It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. The kettle is boiling. That means it's time for another noodle review. This time it's a new Morrisons Nourish Katsu curry noodle pot. It's 70 grams. Looking forward to this one. So what I'm going to do, peel back that lid. It was £1 to buy. Now I've already done the other Nourish. It was a chili chicken version of this. And I initially slightly complained about the amount of noodles in the pot. But, I mean, you can see the amount of noodles in the pot. But to be honest with you, there's somehow filling. So let's fill it up to the line. So these then are 5 minutes to cook. But yeah, just quickly going back to it, what I found after I reviewed the chili chicken version was I was thinking to myself, actually, I'm quite full up. They've done a decent job. Slice of bread, make a sandwich out of them, job done. So, as with all of these pot noodles, get your fork round the edge. Give the fork a little bit of a whirl round the edge. It's important because a lot of that flavour gets stuck down there. And you don't want to end up with like any kind of powder. Anything like that. Ooh! On your noodles, because they're quite warm. And you want all of that flavour. Right, I'm going to put the lid on. You can do that or not do that, it's up to you. And once these are cooked, I'm going to come back in 5 minutes and give them a review. Okay, these katsu curry noodles are done from Morrisons. There's a look at them, 70 grams. So with the water up to the line, I suppose they're half full. But they're surprisingly filling, they really are. I was a bit put out with the chili chicken ones. I was thinking to myself, man, there's next to no noodles here. But it turned out they were quite filling. So here's a look at the noodle. It's that kind of semolina flour type. Fill you up quick. Fill your belly up with flour, basically. That's what's going on here for £1. Still very warm. The temperatures are still boiling hot in the UK, mind you. I reckon if you reviewed this in the winter, you'd be lapping it down. Whereas in the summer, it doesn't seem to want to cool down at all. Still piping hot. Flavour-wise, it's got a sort of a coconutty, spicy curry flavour to it. I think they've been relatively clever, Morrisons. It has that slight cheap fruit curry flavour that you get from the chip shops. That kind of cheap fruit chip shop curry sauce that I don't like. Tastes awful. It's the worst. I mean, I know it's a different subject, but it kind of works with this. But if you buy chips and you pour curry sauce over the top and it covers it in raisins, you're thinking raisins and sultanas in curry. You're thinking, I've just ruined my curry. It has that slight, and I mean only slight. In fact, it complements the flavours, but it's got that slight kind of raisin, sultana, cheap curry taste to it. But, for £1, what are we expecting? Now, the market leading brand, I wanted to speak about this in this review. This was £1. If you go to Asda, you seem to be able to pick up pot noodles for 70 pence. The proper branded pot noodles. But in other supermarkets like Morrisons, they're £1.10. And I wonder if they've priced the pot noodle at £1.10 in Morrisons to be able to push their own brand for £1. But as of the time of filming, only a week or so ago, I did the doner kebab pot noodle, and from Asda, and it cost me 70p. But the point is, this doner kebab pot noodle wasn't the only pot noodle which was 70p. The chicken and mushroom was 70p. The beef and tomato was 70p. The other flavours were 70p. So if you want a cheap pot noodle, as of July 2022, maybe give Asda a go. And I think that's only fair. I think that's only fair in this whole cost of living thing that we're all living through in 2022. The price is going crazy everywhere. If I can give you guys a tip on where to get a slightly cheaper pot noodle, I'm going to do that all day long. Even if I'm reviewing a Morrisons own brand pot noodle, I'm not going to not tell you where I'm finding cheap things, because at the end of the day, I travel around a lot of these supermarkets looking for things to review. So I'm able to kind of gauge prices quite a bit. It's a nice curry flavour, if a little raisiny. It's got a nice spicy kick to it. It's got that kind of soya characteristic to it. There's plenty of carrot in there. I keep getting it down my blooming chin. It keeps burning my chin. That's the last 3 times now. 3 mouthfuls. I'm dripping hot blooming molten lava all over my chin. Right, should we try and eat this without getting blooming noodle on my chin? Done it. I like the curry, I like the spice, I like the flavour. I do like a spicy noodle. I would much prefer a spicy noodle over, say, a chicken and mushroom or a beef and tomato. I'll always naturally gravitate towards a spicy pot noodle over a non-spicy pot noodle, but that's just my own personal kind of preference for the whole thing. Katsu curry flavour instant egg noodles with soya protein and carrots. So it's dried egg noodles 53%, it's durum wheat semolina and all the rest of it. Garlic powder, pepper, cumin, red pepper, palm oil, dried carrot, garlic powder, carrot powder, maltodextrin and ground cayenne pepper. That's what's giving you the little bit of spice, the cayenne pepper, lovely. Garam masala, coriander, cinnamon, garlic powder, ginger, pimento, clove, cumin, black pepper, turmeric and rapeseed oil. There's loads going on here then. Cayenne pepper again, cinnamon, garlic and cardamom again in the ingredients, and ground bay leaves as well. So quite a lot in here then. Quite a lot in here for your number pound, for your £1 expenditure. There is a nice ginger kick. There is a bit of coriander. There's definitely some garlic. That's okay, this. It's okay, I think I'm ready to rate it. That's a look at the bottom. That's a good guide as to what you're getting. All the little bits and pieces in there. Curry sauce is nice. I made this one a bit wet, to be honest. I think I put a bit too much water in. Anyway, rating for the Morrisons Nourish Katsu Curry Noodle Pot, 70 grams. I think I preferred the garlic or the chili chicken version. I definitely think I preferred the chili chicken. I just think it had a little bit more spice for me. and it didn't have that slightly kind of cheap raisin, burnt my chin, raisin and sultana kind of cheap curry flavour in it, which I'm not really a fan of. I like that enough to give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.